an integral part of the Western landscape. I want to see more of them around. I'm a hunter. I would hunt one if I could. I probably can't, but I want to see them back in their place. There are many, many conservation organizations. The most impactful like wildlife conservation organizations that do real work on the ground. I'm not talking about lobbying bullshit. Okay. I'm not talking about like, you know, I'm talking about like the kind of work where you're like putting effort on the ground, you're putting animals on the ground, you're improving habitat on the ground, right? You're helping migratory animals, whatever. That shit comes from hunters. That shit comes from hunting-based organizations. So
you're saying that
in this country,
most of the wildlife and the preservation of wildlife here comes from hunters.
That's like, we fund it, we do the groundwork. People that come out of that world of hunting move into conservation. There are like environmental orgs. There are lobbying orgs. There are orgs that work in all these different ways that aren't. But like the really effective on the ground stuff comes from hunters and anglers.
Wow.
It's just like, this isn't like, this is settled science. I mean, this isn't me giving you some spin. I'm not giving you like a novel way to look at something. It's just like it's just the reality.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like you're a fish and game agency. What state do you rep? It doesn't matter what Tennessee. The hell you answer me. You're a resident of Tennessee. Your fish and game agency gets the bulk of its funding. So your fish and game agency handles like disease work, access work, enforcement of game laws. They get their money from hunting and fishing licenses, the bulk of it. Or they get money from excise taxes on sporting goods equipment, guns, ammo, whatever. It's just like, we pay for it. You know, there's guys that there's people that want to deny that reality. But like I said, it's like, it's settled science. You can't debate the nuts and bolts of it. So this plays out in other ways that draw a lot of attention. Like something like, let's talk about Tanzania for a minute. Totally different system than what we have in America. But in Tanzania, the most effective way that they're able to, the most effective way that they're able to protect large tracts of wilderness habitat is drawing revenue from them by allowing hunting to occur on those places.
Got it.
It's like productive for them. It's either that or it's slash and burn agriculture. So it's like you're able to go into an area and by having people like Westerners, Europeans, Americans, whatever, come there to have an experience of going there and hunting and paying a big amount of money to hunt there, warrants them being able to set aside large chunks of ground, the government, and monetize it and monitor it and then pay for anti-poaching efforts and other things that protect it. You might look at it and hate it. You might look at it and be like, I don't think that humans have a right to harm animals. And like, I'm not going to argue that perspective. So you might look at it and be like, it sucks that has to be true. And I'll be like, okay, it's fine. Maybe in your opinion, it sucks that has to be true. But what I can't debate with you is, does it have to be true? It's just true.
Yeah.
You know, you might hate that that's the way, but that's the way it is.
But that's the way it is. Did humans always eat animals, do you think?
Yeah, since they could.
It'd be hard not to, I think. If you saw, I'm trying to think if I went back in time, that would be cool too. You go back, some guy.
The first dude to eat meat.
You'd
have to go back some far ass. You'd have to go back.
That's fine. We can go back that far.
There's an idea that like in anthropology, there's a debate about at what point in time did you have behaviorally and anatomically modern humans. This is not, we're getting way outside of biblical understanding, but we're talking about like from the non-biblical science world.
Okay.
So a stepping outside of like the biblical confines and going into like purely scientific world. Some people think that you could have grabbed a dude 75,000 years ago, grabbed him at birth, and he could learn to fly an airplane. He could go to college, do well, blend in. You'd see him going down the street and wouldn't think anything of it.
Yeah, be a pie cap or whatever.
Now, absolutely. That was a hunting consumer of large quantities of animal flesh. That was.
Yeah.
So
there's no doubt at that time period that people were really snacking on animals.
Oh yeah. And then there's this other idea. And you know how you wind up liking the ideas that confirm your own perspective?
Sure.
There's this other idea that the great in a scientific understanding that when humans had this kind of renaissance, like we seem to have suddenly kind of figured a bunch of shit out. And some people correlate that to us becoming predominantly to eat